Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to 10 Luminous Emanations. And as every week that we start in the class with a short meditation, just to set up our consciousness to connect with the, as the Kabbalists explain, that most of the time we are not living in the present time. We're either in the past or either in the future. So we're not living the present. And usually when we're making connections, it's the best way to bring ourselves back to the present time, because we would like to plant seeds and also to know what we're planting. Because during the day, when the way we behave or the way we talk, we plant in so many seeds, we don't remember what we plant. And then when we have the tree, we don't like the tree usually, right? So what we like to do before each connection, just to take a few seconds or a few minutes just to set up the consciousness, to focus the energy, and to start the connection, because we would like to ask to receive a message, a personal message that will help each one of us in his own journey. So if you want, it's not a must, you can close your eyes, take a deep breath to your belly, just relax your thoughts, don't hold nothing in your hand, don't cross your legs and hand, just take a deep breath, relax. Bring your thoughts to the here, to the now. Be aware that you are here in the classroom. Bring also your thoughts here. Because it says whatever our thoughts at, this is where we at. So just bring your thoughts here. Ask to receive a message that can help you in your own journey. Keep reading, keep meditating. And I'm going to read for all of us the verse from the Ari to make the connection. לפני הצמצום היה אין סוף ומלא כל המציאות. דע, כי טרם שנאצלו הנאצלים ונבראו הנבראים, היה אור עליון פשוט, ממלא כל המציאות, ולא היה שום מקום פנוי בבחינת אוויר ריקני וחלל. אלא היה הכל ממולא מן אור אין סוף פשוט ההוא, ולא היה לו לא בחינת ראש ולא בחינת סוף. אלא הכל היה אור א' פשוט, שווה בהשוואה א', והוא הנקרא אור אין סוף. You can take another deep breath through your belly. You can open your eyes. Ashlag says here, and we'll continue what we studied last week, כל המציאות כלולה באינסוף ברוך הוא, the entire existence includes at the endless, ונמשכת יש מאין, ונמשכת יש מיש, and the existence being created from something that already have been in the endless, this type of energy, ורק הרצון לקבל בלבד הוא מחודש, and ונמשך יש מאין, and the only different that we can find inside of creation, it was the desire to receive. Because it says, Ashlag is saying here, bless you, the desire to receive being created, yesh me'ayin, like desire from something that didn't exist before. So the entire existence, right, already exists inside of the endless, but the only thing that was being created, something that wasn't before, something new, it was a desire to receive. And he says, ודע דכל עניין החידוש שהמציא הבורא יתברך בזו הבריאה, like that new thing that the Creator creates in the new reality, שאמרו זיכרונם לברכה, שהוציא אותה יש מאין, sorry, I don't know why it screams, it's making noises. Whoa. It's more. Okay, maybe it's better than that. שהוציא אותה יש מאין, and he took out the desire to receive from something that wasn't exist before, it's a new creation. אין זה החידוש נופל זולת על הצורה של הרצון להנות. But this type of new existent, that is his desire, right, wasn't exist before. So one of the main difference in that desire, that the vessel now, he have the desire to enjoy everything. המוטבע בכל נברא, and this energy been engraved in each creation. So each person in this world have this desire, to enjoy life, to enjoy whatever he want to receive, okay? לא נתחדש כלום בסוד הבריאה. So he said, from the point of creation, nothing really new being created, because everything was already in the endless. The only new thing, and this is something we need really to put in mind. Because remember, we're talking so much about what? What Avraham explained a lot about? Do you remember? What Avraham explained a lot? No? No one?
What? Creation, the process of creation.
No.
Yes, but what else? Inside of creation? Because we talked about that point so many times. In different variations, the Rav Ashlag is talking about it.
Desire.
But why?
Receive.
Why? Receive. Desire. The answer actually is desire. But why Rav Ashlag mentioned it so many times? Because still, when we're asking the question, we don't really jump in and we said, desire! We still don't, we're not sure.
It's the essence of the vessel.
Yes, because desire gives us life. Desire, God forbid, if a person doesn't have desire, he can't connect with life. It's hard for us to maybe to meditate or to think, what does it feel without having desire? But sometimes it's happened to all of us that you're supposed to go somewhere, you already bought the dress, you did your hair, you did everything, but in the same day of that party, suddenly you don't have desire to go. It's happened to you once that you don't, right?
Yes.
But you have to go because it's your brother, your sister, get married, whatever, that you have to go. You can't say, I'm not going. But you don't have desire to go suddenly. You don't even understand why. You just feel, I don't feel to go. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay home, stay cozy, watch TV, have like a cup of tea, I don't know, all this noise now in the party, and hello to everybody, hug everybody, kiss everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't, right? But you've been excited so many days for this party, and suddenly the same day you don't feel like, right?
Right.
How you can explain that? So somehow we all taste from that energy. What does it mean not to have desire? And it's terrible in a way, because if you think about it, because we working so hard to do things, but if we pay attention, there are many things we're working for and we don't have desire for them. Can you recall for that? Yes or no? You need to connect with it. Why? Why? Because, we said many times, even the example, yes, we like to work, we like to be busy, let's say we like, okay? But not necessarily every morning you wake up, you're really excited to go to work. If you're going to be announced at night that you won the lottery, right? Let's say even $2 million, not even 60 million, okay? Are you going to wake up in the morning excited to go to work, yes or no?
No.
No. You're going to wake up excited, but not sure to go to work. Yes, you're right. Yeah, but still, let's say you want to, not to call the boss and I'm not coming anymore because you're a nice person, you're going to give them like 2 weeks maybe, or if you're not, if it's not your place, if you're not the owner, let's say you want to tell them, listen, I have 2 weeks here and I'm going to leave work, right? But you're going to be much more excited, right? But what does it mean? It means that maybe we're going to start to recalculate and say, you know what, after I'm finished those 2 weeks, okay, now what? Now I have the money, so I don't need to go crazy and work for it like for 8 hours. So now what? Now suddenly I'm going to think about, okay, how can I spend my time with this money? Go around the world, buy this, buy that, buy a house, right? Blah, 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 blah. And then what? Let's say, okay, you have everything you dream of, okay? Now what? What are you going to do now?
Then he has to go back to work.
How are you going to fulfill your time?
You have to find a purpose.
Because we know, think about it. We know it's true, but we don't want to believe in it. We know that even we saving money to go to a trip, to take a vacation. When you go to vacation, are you fully enjoy the vacation? The way we're supposed to enjoy vacation? Now, we're supposed to enjoy vacation and have fun. Why not? Like, right? Not all, sometimes yes, sometimes, most of the time no. Right? Now the thing is, think about it. Maybe, I'm just raising a question, I'm not deciding, I'm just saying maybe we don't really know how to enjoy. Remember, I was just saying here, it's engraved in each one of us to enjoy life, to enjoy the desire, to enjoy what we're receiving. But maybe, just a maybe, we don't know how to enjoy. Yes?
Enjoy is a choice. You choose to enjoy everything. If you choose to enjoy your daily life, you will enjoy it.
Yes, it's one way to say it, and the other thing, not really to work toward it. You understand what I'm saying? Because when we're busy with our job, not necessarily you're thinking about enjoying. Because if I don't like what I'm doing, how I'm going to enjoy it? Okay, so if I'm doing something just because I have to do it, because I need to pay my bills, not necessarily a person will enjoy, right? So I can tell myself, yes, I need to enjoy it, but really I'm enjoying, yes or no? So if I'm not practicing every day to enjoy, how you think I'm going to enjoy suddenly the vacation? I don't know. You know, most of the year you don't really enjoy it, so you don't know even how does it feel. So you go to the vacation, you can be upset about everything. The same way you're upset here in the restaurant, you can be upset over there in the restaurant. You know, you can complain here about the waiter. You can complain over there on the same problem with the waiter, right? Because why? Because we taking the correction with us. We think that when we go to vacation, it's going to be different. Why? You're taking yourself with you to the vacation. So if you go to the vacation with the same consciousness, the same personality, why something else will be different, right? It's going to be different. And many times we come in from vacation, actually we come in more maybe tired. We need the vacation from the vacation to relax, right? Because we think we're going to relax, but not necessarily we're relaxing, okay? So the point is like, not to make us feel bad, that's not the point. The point is we need to be, we need to connect with the reality and to say, just a second, why really am I not enjoying even to go to vacation? Maybe I don't understand what does it mean to enjoy life. Maybe I don't understand what does it mean desire. Because I was like talking so much about desire, so it means it's so important. Maybe I don't have the full understand what does it mean desire. Because we do have desires. But maybe those desires, they're not the right ones. Maybe those desires, they're not the desires that's supposed to fill me and give me the joy I supposed to have. Because you know what's happened to us many times, just for the example, instead of connecting with our mission, with our part of correction, usually what would happen, we're looking outside. We look on our parents, or on our brothers, sisters, friends, neighbors, right? Etc., etc., etc. And we see how they maybe, what they have, or how they enjoy. And if someone will come and say, oh my God, I went to the Caribbean, it was amazing, you don't understand, right? So now what's happened to my desire suddenly? Oh really? Where you went? Give me the website, give me, I want, right? So, what? Really? $1,000, 2 weeks, everything included? Are you kidding me? Wow, something amazing. Give me the website, right? So just a second, okay. He had fun and he enjoyed. Who says you need to go to the Caribbean? Because it's cheap? Because it's just $1,000 for 2 weeks, everything included? Yeah. why? This is the reason? This is a real desire? How come you didn't have desire to go to the Caribbean before? Why you have desire now? Nobody said don't go to the Caribbean, but maybe said, wow, it sounds amazing. Give me the number, but let me check if I really want to be there or to go there. You know, maybe you're not supposed, maybe you're supposed to go to a different country and to have fun. How do you know where you're supposed to be? Not necessarily, sometimes we're choosing things according money, or according if somebody invite us, or like how can I do it in a more comfortable way, right? Not necessarily I'm asking my soul where you need to be right now from the point of the correction. Let's say we want to have vacation, okay? So instead of looking, first of all, usually, again, I'm not saying all of us do it, I'm just saying usually, normally what we do, I want to go to vacation. So we have kind of ideas where we want to go. So sometimes we can write in Google, now it's easy with Google, right? Cheap vacations in the Caribbean, cheap vacations in Mexico, cheap, right? Cheap.com, right? Yeah, you doing it or no? Sometimes?
Yeah.
You're laughing, so it means you're doing it, right? Whatever.
Cheap ticket.
Cheap whatever, right? No, it's okay if it's going to be, let's say, we're not supposed to spend a lot of money, but I'm talking about the consciousness, I'm not about the money. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the consciousness, okay? And so this is sometimes how we're looking for where we're supposed to go. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. But what need to be my intention? Because if each creation, each person, each human being, each vessel, being created with the engrave of that energy of to enjoy, and I don't even have a clue if I'm going to enjoy the yes or no. I don't know. I just paid for this vacation $200. Did they have fun? Yeah, it was nice. They have zoo, they have people jumping in the air. Yeah, it was nice. The food was okay. Like, we're not really excited, right? So, what we need to do in the first place, okay, I want to go to vacation. Close your eyes. Do meditation. Ask your soul where I need to be in my vacation. Wait for the answer. Not always is it going to make sense to us where we're supposed to be. Not always going to make sense to us. Not always going to be that cheap trip I thought I need to pay. Maybe you need to pay another $200. I don't know. And then maybe I can decide, no, this is 400, this is 200. I will take the 200. But okay, but here you can really connect and have fun and enjoy because it's part of your correction, part of where you're supposed to be. Here you're not supposed to be right now. So you're not going to enjoy. So you're ready to pay $200 maybe to a place you're not going to enjoy. Or you're going to enforce yourself to enjoy. Because I paid you $200. Yeah, woo! Oh, let me just drink and have fun. And here maybe it's part of the correction. You're supposed to meet the right people. Maybe people give you ideas. Maybe people can give you more than $400. An idea can give you more than where you can buy an idea in $400, right? I don't know what you can meet. Maybe you're going to meet, if you're not married, your soulmate. Or maybe somebody that will help you straighten in your relationship. I don't know. Do you know? You don't know. So the point is, and the question is why I'm putting it in the air, maybe we don't know how to enjoy. We don't know how to enjoy. And I think I asked this question once and I'm just going to raise it again. We need to ask ourselves, once a week, once a month, once a year, really to ask ourselves, what that one thing, not 10, one thing, that if I will have that one thing, I will be happy. What really makes me happy? One thing. Start with one. Don't go to 10. One. Because we're assuming maybe it's more money, maybe it's better relationship, maybe if my kids will come more to visit me, maybe if they call me and say I love you, maybe this, maybe, always maybe. No. Concentrate. What is that one thing that will make me happy? And you will see it's very hard to get the answer. At the beginning we're going to have so many answers, but just one. Focus. Because there is root for everything. Remember, there is a root.
Yeah.
So what is the root for my happiness? What is my foundation? And on that, now I'm using the rest. Yeah, phone calls, this, visit, you go to vacation, whatever. But when I know the route, now even it will be easier for me to choose even my vacation. Because maybe 1 year you're going to say to yourself, you know what, I don't need vacation this year. I feel so amazing, why need vacation, right? Let me just do my work and spiritual work and grow my business and like I'm so happy, right? I'm happy, so what I need to do? Vacation from what, right? Let's say, I'm not saying, but you decide, according my vessel, according the needs of my soul right now, where my soul need to be right now. And this is what and usually, unfortunately, we're not operating from that point of our soul. We're operating more from the point of my body consciousness. And this is what Ashlag is reminding us, the desire to enjoy. The desire to enjoy, he says, and nothing is new in the secret of creation, just the desire to receive and the desire to enjoy. So any desire that we have, think about, usually, I'm saying, start with the small desires. Small desires. What does it mean? Don't shrink your desire. I'm saying, have also big, but start to practice on your small desires. Let's say coffee. Because it's easy to think about small things, but use things you don't have, you don't know how you're going to feel. Oh, I want this dream house. Okay, but you don't know how you feel till you're going to get it. Coffee, let's say you have every day, right? But there are things we're doing every day, not necessarily we enjoy them anymore. We're doing them as a robotic way. Okay, let's say if you used to every morning to have coffee somewhere, or even in your home, right? So you already look what's happening. You go to the kitchen, right? You wake up, you do whatever you do, go to the kitchen, you automatically put the coffee, put the toast, put that, right? You have your breakfast. So, almost the same thing, right? But just a second, stop. Wake up in the morning and say, you know what? Let me practice what I studied in the class. Let me ask my soul. Do I need a coffee this morning?
Yes.
It's not your soul. It's your body. If you answer so fast, it's not your soul.
But I don't drink coffee, I'm Argentinian.
No, I'm
I drink
just-
mate.
Yeah, mate, whatever
I
that thing.
desire mate.
The thing is, what I'm saying, it's not to drink coffee or not this. I'm not a nutritionist. It's just an example. You can do it for whatever. But the exercise is to activate that part of our brain to ask the right questions to make sure that really my soul needs it, yes or no. Because the body will trick us, right? Because there are many things we don't necessarily need during the day. But because I'm so used to them, I'm continuing doing them. Till one day, the doctor tell the guy, listen, you can't drink coffee anymore, you can't have oil anymore, you can't have this. And the guy, what I'm going to eat? Just vegetables. I don't like vegetables, right? But he didn't care about what the need of the soul or what really the need of the body. You know how many things, not even food, you know how many things, and I mentioned so many times, how many things we have in our house that we don't need,
Yeah.
we still have them. The closet barely closed, and instead of throw things out, we just buy more and try to squeeze things and fix it all the time. Why you need all of those things? You think you want to use it? Yeah, one day. 10 years ago I bought it, I used it, and it's there when you want it. Why? Then give to people that they need and they can use it. And then you know what will happen? You can bring more in your kitchen, in living room, in your how do you call the place you sleep? Bedroom, right? Whatever those areas, we have drawers packed with like papers, right? And we're like, close it. What do you have over there? Take everything out, check. Maybe you don't need. Today there is so many like apps, you just scan and throw the garbage, and then it keep it for you in the computer. You need it? Okay, one click, tick. There is so many things we don't need. But what we're doing? We're adding and adding and adding. So really, are you enjoying from whatever you have in your home? Leave the vacation even. Are you enjoying? Really, go to your home tonight, right? Or if you're tired, tomorrow morning, check. Scan everything you have in your home. Open all the drawers, open everything. You're going to be amazed. You find things that you don't even use for whatever time. So you don't really enjoy that. Why you have it? It's just blocking our energy. So the desire, to receive more, first of all, I need to do let go. Because if my cup is like, let's say, the vessel, let's say it's 8 ounces, right? How much water you can have? 8 ounces, that's it. So you want to have more, but it's going to overflow, right? So then we can enjoy. So when we want more, it's never going to be enough, because whatever we have in our house, you go to the mall and you want to buy more stuff. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, for sure, yes. But do you need it?
No.
No. So it's not just food. Try to practice when you go to the mall or you go out, somewhere, before you buying something, hold it and ask your soul, do I need this shirt? Do I need this skirt? Do I need those shoes? Your body will tell you, it's 80% off. Take it. Who cares? $10, $5 even, right? $5, come on, buy it. Don't worry. But do you need it? So if you don't need it and you even pay $5, it's a waste. It's not about the money, it's about the consciousness. Money also, because money is light. And if I'm wasting light, if I'm wasting money, I'm wasting light. So not necessarily it has to be $1,000 a dress. Because Satan can catch us in $5 here, $10 here, 20 here, but the consciousness behind it, why? Are you really going to enjoy it? But listen, it's amazing, 80%, it's beautiful, it's red, whatever. It means like, if you find yourself convincing yourself, it means something wrong. If you have let's say you have a soulmate, and if you need to convince your soulmate to love you, this is a real soulmate? This is a person you want to be with? It's a disaster. 24/7 to convince the person why he should love you? No. You want someone to be with you because he wants to be with you, yes or no?
Yes.
That's it. So everything in life, I don't need to convince the boss.
Women say yes.
What?
All the women, yes.
No, for sure. Also men. You don't. Also men, you don't want to convince your wife why she should be with you. She should, because it's going to be a circuitry. We want to be together. Yes, it's not easy most of the time, right? Like not most of the time, like some of the time. Sorry, it's not easy some of the time, right? No, not most of the time. Sorry, I translate from Hebrew to English. It's not easy some of the time, right? But if we want to be together, we're going to work it out, right? We're going to create a circuitry, right? So imagine a relationship with 1% objects. It's also a relationship. That's very important. So we need to have a relationship with the money, relationship with physical objects, relationship with everything. It's a relationship with the light of the Creator. So when I say I want to enjoy life, what does it mean for me to enjoy life? To have more 1% stuff in my home? It means I'm going to enjoy life? But when we go and we buy, it's like I've explained, right? It's a temporary relief. I bought it, I feel nice, they put it in a nice bag and fold it for me and perfume in the air, right? This moment like magical, right? They put in the bag, you charge your credit card, thank you, come back. They put inside 5% off for the next purchase, 10%. You're like, wow, next time 10%. And you walk out. When you walk out of the store, the magic disappeared. You stay with the bag and with 1%, that's it. Go home and check how many things you're not using. Because you bought it with excitement, right? So we receive energy for how long? Few minutes, that's it. Temporary relief. But if I ask the question, if I really need it, you will find out many times you don't need it, you're going to put it back. It doesn't matter how much it costs. If you want to buy a gift for a friend, different thing. But when you buy, we're talking about when we buy into ourselves. It doesn't matter how much it costs. Do you need it? Yes or no? Even $1. Do you need it? Yes or no? If you don't need it, doesn't matter how much it costs. There is a store here called $1, no store.
Yeah.
Are you going, every time you go, you buy all the store? No, right? You choose, you pick just what you really need, even though it's $1. So what's the difference between here and the mall? It's 80%, whatever. What's the difference? Do you need it, yes or no? And those questions we need to ask the soul. The same what we're asking about the vacation, the same we need to ask about everything. If my soul need it right now, not for the purpose of the correction. Because if yes, you find yourself having the specific things that you need, and you using and you enjoying them. Think about it. Do you have like few shirts or few dresses or few skirt or few suit that you always wearing?
Yes.
You always picking the same thing?
Yes.
Just changing, right?
Yes.
So why I have 10,000 shirt and dresses or suits if I'm just using the same, maybe pants and the same shirt, just washing them and have something in the meantime, and then I'm going back to the same, right? Because you enjoying those things. You have fun, you feel energy from whatever, because those things actually belong to me. The rest doesn't really belong to me. But they're just in the closet. Why? When you open the closet, you feel good with all of those things you have? Yes or no? Do you feel good to see all this balagan in your closet? When we go to the store, everything is like folded and nice, right? So imagine your closet to be like that. Maybe it is, I don't know, I'm not judging, I'm just saying. But imagine you have less, everything in order, and you know exactly this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and I'm happy with it. Give me energy. I'm connecting with those clothes, right? That's it. Why I need to have 2,000 in my closet and I'm wearing just 4 the same things, just wash them. It doesn't make sense, yes or no? So what does it mean? It means I'm not practicing, I'm not asking really if I need it, yes or no. I'm not asking myself. So this is why, what we said before, we need to raise this question. Maybe we don't know how to enjoy. We don't know what makes us happy.
But it's part of the culture also here. Because I live in a different country and I have 1/3 of what I had and I dress much better. Here is the impulse, everything makes you buy. It's created, It's a marketing also, subliminal marketing.
You're right.
You go to
But-
other countries and it's not like that.
You're right, but I'm just giving an example about clothing and food. It's easy to understand.
Because it's easy to
It's easy, but it doesn't matter what is that. Wherever you go in the world, they have different niche that this is the culture.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about culture. We're talking about what the real desire that each person is supposed to have. Because what's happened, from the point of the Satan, the opponent, right? He will create a lot of illusions inside of the world of his illusionary world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every time, like you said, it's marketing, right? Who put the marketing, you think? He puts the marketing to tricks our brain.
Yeah.
So we know that, right? It's like a magician. You pay money. The Rav said you pay money for someone to lie to you, right? It's a trick, and still you're like, oh wow, woohoo! Well, you pay money that somebody is lying right now. It's a trick. It's not true, right? But the Rav said, let's say if this magician is going to do mistakes, you said, boo, give me the money back, boo, right? So you see the truth. He doesn't know how to be a magician, right? So what's happened? Satan, he knows this trick also.
Yeah.
So he tricks us all the time. What Abraham is teaching us is that he's teaching us, listen, you need to connect with your soul. You need to connect with your true desire. Why you are here. Everything we mentioned is just to practice my brain. It's not to buy. We need to live, to buy, to eat.
I know.
No, for sure.
No,
We need to buy, but we want to make sure that we connecting with our true desire while we are here. So if I'm start to train myself, my consciousness, on the simple things, you will see what will happen. I'm opening more channels to receive and to hear the light, to hear also my soul, what makes me happy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're doing so many things that we're not happy with, but we're still doing them. Because, like you said, because my friend is going, so I went. Because they invite me, I can't say no. Because whatever. Just a second, but are you individual? You're not here to hurt no one, but you're hurting yourself. So what are you doing? Are you enjoying? No, but well, I don't know. What do you mean? There's no but. Are you enjoying this or no? So like you said, culture, whatever, we train, this is the way we grown up in different countries, but we're not talking about that. We need to delete all of that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be above it. Above it means even culture, even each one of us born in different country, born for different family, right? Raised in a different way, let's say even, right? Different school, different college, whatever the thing. Kabbalah put everything together. Make everything one, and raising our consciousness to a different level above the 1%. If I can be above the 1%, I can control everything. But if I'm falling to the culture of the place, how people behave, so I'm kind of part, you know. Everybody's doing, so I'm doing, yeah, but if everybody sad, you want to be sad. If everybody upset and angry, you want to be upset and angry? No, for sure. So why you follow everybody else? This is why the Kabbalists, they're teaching us to take a step back and to check really what is my real desire. And you can find out that many times we have a desire, and then someone else come, he says something, somehow, without even knowing, he convinces us, we diminish our desire and we follow what the person said.
Yeah.
And then after a while we said, oh my God, why I'm doing it? I'm not really happy with it. My route was I want to do this, why I'm doing this. Now to change it is very hard, because you're already doing something, in project or something. We need to make sure that before we make a decision, we need to make sure that really my desire is in the right place. And I'm not rushing things to make decisions. And if I'm starting to ask my soul, because that energy of desire to enjoy engraved in each one of us, if I'm starting to ask my soul, I will start to receive different answers. And then so what we call restriction, right? So part of a restriction is when you want something, let's say if you drink your mate or coffee or tea or something, even smoothie, right? Even smoothie, huh? Who said? Even smoothie, whatever that thing, right? But what's the problem to ask if I need it right now? Not just, we're talking about to ask our soul, but maybe even your body doesn't need it. But because I decided that every morning I have this type of smoothie. Okay, nice. But maybe you don't need it. Maybe your body now it's packed with those vitamins. It doesn't know what to do with them, and you continue to put those vitamins. And you're like, help, come on. Let me just use those vitamins. Relax, and we'll continue. How do you know? It says, back in the days, a person, we all, thousands of years ago, we all been connected to even our body. He know exactly what he need to eat according the levels of the vitamins, minerals, everything that the body needs. So a person before he ate, imagine it was like a computer. So you need to eat because it's fuel, it's fuel, right? So I need the 2 almonds, 1 cucumber, 1 this, half this, right? Exactly what he need, he used to eat. Unfortunately, by the years, whatever, we lost it, right? So today we're just eating. We're eating to eat. We don't really eat to feel good. We don't really eat we don't care about what will happen after. We just eat. I'm hungry, I'm eating. But why you eat? No, I'm just hungry, I'm eating. Why? But the Kabbalists use food as fuel, as connection. It's connection. So imagine if we can eat even, because it's fuel, if I can know what is better for me to eat right now, for the level of vitamin C, this mineral, whatever we're missing in the body, right? Because we're supposed to take everything from food. If we know how to do it, we don't need to take all the supplements, because everything is in nature. What is a supplement? They take it from nature or whatever, put chemicals. We have a doctor here, maybe he can tell us, but I don't know about that. But the understanding that we have the power to know, but we're not choosing to know because we're not practicing. The power of what the Rav explained, the power that we have, it's unbelievable. The power of our thoughts, of our mind, it's unbelievable. Unlimited power we can have if we're connecting with what? With the 99%. But we're not practicing. We listening, then we're walking out of the classes or from the book or the connections we are doing. That's it. We feel good and that's it. But we have to practice. This is why I'm saying it will be easy to practice with small things that we already doing during the day. Just to do what? Stop and ask yourself. You know, when you open the fridge, you know, sometimes we open the fridge, or kids open the fridge, it's full with food, and we say, nothing to eat.
Yeah.
It's happened to you? It's fine, right? Or you open the closet, nothing to wear. What do you mean nothing to wear? So if nothing, so throw everything out and buy a new one, no? But what is the point? The point is we want to ask ourselves, okay, open the fridge, instead of saying nothing to eat, ask your soul, your body, what do I need? What do you need right now? Ask your body even. What do you need right now? Then scan cucumbers. Start to practice.
Oh, you love it.
And you will see that many things that you usually eat, suddenly you don't feel to have them right now. You want suddenly to have something else, but your body will fight because he wants to have, let's say, more carbs, right? You need to feel more carbs, but the thought that came to you, you should have a salad. And your body said, are you crazy? What salad? Ah, come on, salad. What is salad? Are you training now? You're on diet? Give me the carbs. Give me the sandwich, right? Many times we're going to fall and we're going to take the sandwich. But if we practice enough, you're going to start to listen more to, you know, beyond the body, the desire to receive oneself alone. Because the body is the vehicle of the soul. It's the temple. So we need to make sure also we put good fuel. So we need to practice. He says, שזה סוד יוצר אור ובחושך, שהוא פירש הרמב"ם, right? So the point is that if we have that desire that engraved inside of us, let's decide to practice. Take this week, you know, now we're in a time of Elul, the month of Tshuva, month of repentance, right? Months of changes, right? Don't worry, nobody tell you to fast or to do something you don't like. But just to start to ask what the questions. Do whatever you want. Before you want to do something, ask your soul, ask your body, just ask the question, do I really need it? Ask, not just one time, few times. I can tell you about myself, many times I find myself in the mall, even though I need a shirt, right? Or I need a pen, something, right? I'm going to the dress, how do you call it, the dress room? It's called dress room. Changing, put everything right, and then let's say I choose even something. I'm walking to the cashier, and I'm still asking the question, do I really need this one? I need a shirt, I need, but do I need this one? Do I need it? And you know how many times I just put it back? And I felt okay. And I walked out of the store with buying nothing. And I felt okay. Why? Because it wasn't mine. Can be amazing shirt and an amazing discount. And my brain told me, wow, but just this, you know, it's very cheap. No. Why I need to have another shirt in my closet that when I'm choosing what to wear, I know I'm not going to pick it up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no energy. I don't feel it's mine.
Right.
So why to pay this money and it's going to sit in the closet and then I'm going to give it to someone else? So you know what? I can buy it a gift to a friend, but it's not mine. So if we ask him the question without being afraid because it's cheap, because whatever, I came here, I don't want to waste 2 hours and buy nothing. No. It's better for you to practice, and if it's not yours, leave it. It's belong to somebody else, he will buy it. So we need to practice with different things, right? I'm talking about mundane things because we all doing those things, right? Coffee, this, food. It's easy to practice. Then we can go to the big stuff. When we practice on the small, then we can go to the big stuff. So let's try this week to practice on it. And I would like you to share next week how it goes, how you feel. Yes? Somebody want to write down the homework to remind all of us?
So what is the lesson? That without a desire to receive, nothing begins. Let us not forget that aspect. Without a desire to receive, nothing starts. Without that impurity called desire to receive for me, nothing starts. However, understand that after that trigger, or that initiation of desire to receive for oneself alone has become manifested, now if you want to receive all that you want, the maximum, there will have to be the element of paradox which says, now I want to remove all that I wanted. I want to reject all that I wanted. By rejecting, when the bottom does what to the water? What does the bottom of the glass do to the water? It pushes it up. Even such a minor occurrence like the cup in water, we see the same demonstration. Here everybody understands it. In the pebble and the illustration of the pebble and the sea, everybody understands it. There's only one problem. Does it really work that way in everything else? In everyday life? Does it work that way in everyday life? Right? You mean it even works in space? The minute planets, they rotate around the sun, they try to get to the sun. You know, they rotate and always trying to get close to the sun and move away from the sun. And then you take the little atom. The electron rotates, it tries to get close to the nucleus, which is the base of the atom, right? Gets close, moves away, gets closer, moves away. What does that a sign of? It wants, but it also rejects. It also rejects. There is nowhere except in man's free will. That's the only problem, because man has free will. Everything else works according to this system. Now, the only conclusion we can make is maybe man works on another system. And the answer is that man works on the same system, but only with one basic difference. Man has free will. He has that free choice of not rejecting. He can demand, he can want, but he also has that free choice of not rejecting. But there is a payment for not rejecting. If the element of the bottom is not there, if rejection is not there, then he will be in the same category as the cup. If the bottom is not there, if the filament is not there in the bulb, what will happen? The bulb will pull in the electric current, but there will not be any continuity. There will be a short. This is the simple aspect. This is the lesson. And all along the way we will have the paradox. We said in Keter, when Keter comes into existence, where in the pebble and the sea does Keter come into existence? When the pebble first leaves the hand of the one who's throwing it, okay? Then it goes into Pchina Aleph, Keter, then Pchina Aleph, called Chachma. It's gotten close. Why do we call it Chachma? Because it's one step removed from Keter, which is nothing. Now, Bechina Aleph is closer to Malchut. Because it's closer to Malchut, it represents itself more as a desire to receive. Bechina Aleph already was vessel. While it's not Ratzon Lekabel, it's not desire to receive, but it's vessel as opposed to seed. The seed has no vessel at all. It hasn't produced anything. Bechina Aleph produces that aspect one step removed from Keter, which represents a greater degree, relative to Keter, of desire to receive. What happens? In Bechina Aleph, I thought we should have a diagram maybe. Can I have a piece of paper then? And then we'll make it easier, just what we're talking about. And a pen. All right? We'll begin off like this. And we have to imagine that these circles are after the splash, obviously. But we also know that these circles, and here is the man over here, who's going to throw the pebble. All right? He's going to throw the pebble. Now we know already, and of course the Kabbalists knew, that when the pebble moved from the stationary place in the hands of the individual, moves to the outer circle, which is Keter, it's the first circle. We call it Keter because Keter contains, as we said before, the maximum amount in any parzuf, as we call it, in any stage, any complete entity. You have a thought, and then you have the manifestation of the thought, the building. You want to think of building a building, then you have the ultimate building. However, However, what comes first in manifestation? The first floor. And if it's an 84-story building, the 84th story will be built when?
First in thought,
First in thought, but last
in construction,
in construction.
in revelation.
This is always the paradox. In other words, if my thought does not include 84 stories and only includes one story, there will never be 84 stories. So the first thought must be what? The first floor in thought or the 84th floor? Because if I say I want to build a building of one story, that's all I'm going to build. So I must have the maximum. So in thought, the maximum comes out. So therefore, like the footprint on the beach before I get there is already completed, the thought has already, now when the pebble goes from here to Keter, from that point, is there any revealment? None at all. Right? When the pebble is now passing through the air, is there any revealment at Keter, at the outer circle that we will see later? No. It is the same way as when I start the actual construction of the first floor. First I have the blueprint, right? Blueprint is only thought, but the blueprint already contains what? The 84th floor. But when I start building the first floor, I don't see anything. In other words, when I come to the splash, when I come to the first stage of physicality, of Chomer, what do I have? I have almost nothing. The first floor compared to 84 is almost nothing. But I know that if I do not have that first floor, if I do not have the splash, that's our world that requires Malchut, so that I can have the opportunity. And that's the only reason why the 84th floor can't go out first. Why can't this outer circle become manifest? Which came first? The outer circle or the inner circle? Which came first?
The outer circle.
The outer circle. What do you mean the outer circle came first? I can only see the outer circle when the splash is made. And we're saying the outer circle came first. But it only came in thought. Why are we getting confused? There are two things. There is thought, and there is the physical building. So what if you had it in thought? What does thought mean? Don't think about 84. What will happen? Don't think about throwing the pebble. What will happen? Nothing. So all of a sudden, we would like to forget that thought is even that important. We almost forget that thought is important. But yet thought directs the whole operation. If that pebble will not leave, there will never be a splash, there will never be this here either. But the moment that there is a thought, the thought is always what? For the maximum. I may not even have to think that I want the outer circle. I just want to throw the pebble into the sea. And who says I wanted to see that? But did you ever see anybody who didn't observe, threw the pebble and walked away? No, they likes to observe, how the circles develop. Usually that is normal by most people. Why does you want to wait and see the development of the outer circles? Or someone who wants to have a cup of tea. When he pours it, it comes to the bottom. Is that where he wants to stop? He wants to have a cup of tea. And he waits until he fills up the cup. If he wants half, it only goes half. But who decides whether it's going to be at the bottom, whether it's going to be at the half, or it's going to be at the top? Who decided that? The thought. So nothing moves without the thought. Nothing. But we get, the minute it becomes developed into Choma, into the physical reality, we get so hung up into the physical reality, we even forget. And that's how we discussed the aspect, how people begin with a thought, they want to do one thing, and they wind up in something that is almost totally unrelated to the original thought.
Very powerful.
Why do they end up somewhere else though?
Because the desire is not in our place. We talked about, actually, we mentioned it in this class also. Because we have desire to do something, but the way we acting upon it, we forgot the real desire. We're just doing other stuff. And this is why we don't fulfill our true desire. Remember Rabbi Shak said, we talked tonight about desire to enjoy. So if I will follow really the real desire, and if I will concentrate always just to do what I really desire, so I can fulfill the desire. But if I have desire and I'm doing something else, I keep forgetting, so it stays like in the potential state. Then we're doing so many things we're not really desiring. Is what we said, like let's take this week, at least this week, to practice and to ask the question. And see what will come to your thought. As the Rav said, the thought is something very, very important. So if I want really to enjoy life, I want to enjoy things, start with the things you already have. Start to ask your question, things you have. Do I need this? Do I need this? Do I need this? Maybe no. Okay, so give it away. Now it's a good time before Rosh Hashanah to start to clear things from your personal stuff, right? That you don't really use, you don't really need. Then in every day, in mundane things, we're doing already things, also start ask the question. See what will come to your thought. And if we can follow the thought, if we can follow the first thought, oh, I don't need it, or I don't need the coffee right now, I don't need the mate, I don't need the pizza, whatever we don't need right now, maybe in an hour, maybe in 2 hours, maybe right now I don't need it. Also time is very important, right? Like in the day. So if I don't need it, if I start to follow, I will be more aware and more sensitive to those type of energies. And then I'm going to feel if I really need it or not. So you come to a point that you don't need to ask the question anymore. You're going to be so sensitive that you know if it's good for you or no. You're going to take it? No, I don't feel to take it. Okay, I need to take this, right? Whatever that thing. And then we're going to connect with the big things, big decisions in life. Not just 1%. This is to practice the 1%. But big decisions, the Rav says, it starts first of all with a thought. So also I need to have big desire. I want a store of 1 floor, I want 84 floors. This is a huge desire, right? So also desire is very important. We need to pay attention to our own desires. Let's practice this week. Take it like as a part of preparation for Rosh Hashanah, but not just Rosh Hashanah, it's for life. To prepare our vessel. Yes.
Could you clarify again what it is that we're supposed to think for next week?
Yeah, the light work is before anything that we want to have, we need to ask ourselves if we need it. To ask our soul, to ask our body if we need it. If it's food, if it's liquid, if it's to buy something for me, to buy something for my house, even to go somewhere. Just to ask yourself, just to be aware to the truth. Then you decide to do it, okay, do it, but you need to know first of all if you need it or not. Then you choose to do it anyway, okay, you take responsibility. But at least we want to practice to really to connect with that true desire if I need it or not. Because we're doing things because we want to enjoy them. But if I don't need it and I'm still doing it, not necessarily I'm going to enjoy it. Does that make sense? If you don't need it and you buy it, you're not really going to enjoy it. Maybe just at the minute you buy it, like I said before, but you're not. So let's practice, let's see, and I hope you come next week with some stories.
You know something? I
Yes.
stopped smoking with that way.
That's beautiful.
I did that.
That's beautiful.
Do I need it? I did
That's
exactly
beautiful.
like you said.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
I stopped
Thank you for
smoking
sharing.
because of that.
Thank you for
Exactly
sharing.
like you say.
Yeah, no.
And it worked fabulous. I didn't suffer, nothing.
Thank you for sharing. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Could we see, someone